Amendment offered by Mr. Zeldin of New York. At the end of the bill, before the short title, insert the following section. None of the funds made available by this act may be used by the administrator of the Federal Aviation Administration to institute an administrative or civil action as defined in Section 47107 of Title 49, United States Code, against the sponsor of the East Hampton Airport in East Hampton, New York.
Pursuant to House Resolution 287, the gentleman from New York and a member opposed. Each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from New York.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm proud to represent a district that is home to some of the most scenic destinations in the country, and all forms of transportation are part of our tourism economy. Yet with the high season upon us, many of my constituents are finding themselves bewildered by actions of the FAA. Federal agencies ought to stand by their word and keep their commitments to members of Congress and the citizens we represent. In 2012, the FAA made assurances to my predecessor that in light of a 2005 court settlement between the FAA and a community group, the town of East Hampton, New York, would not be subject to certain regulations after December 31st, 2014, when certain grant assurances expired, and thus could adopt restrictions on the use of their airport without FAA approval. The FAA has written that the town could proceed on certain course and not fear FAA reprisal for their actions. Earlier this spring, the democratically elected town board passed a set of airport regulations, all predicated on the FAA's written assurance to not take negative action against the town. Recently, however, the FAA has started wavering. I'm offering this amendment, which is 100% consistent with the prior written assurance made by the FAA. This amendment will hold the FAA to its word on this critical local issue, a local issue that should have a local solution, bring all sides to the table to improve quality of life on the East End this high season. Madam Chair, I urge all my colleagues to support this effort. The people of the East End communities across Long Island, around America, deserve straight answers and follow through from government agencies. Certainly, concerns within the 1st Congressional District of New York is the reason why this amendment is being offered. I strongly urge my colleagues to support this important amendment and ensure that these local issues have local control. I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from New York yields back the balance of his time. The question is on the amendment offered by the gentleman from New York. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The amendment is agreed to.